Presentation may be a little bit shorter. I'm doing something very different today for Friendsgiving, but I think people will really like it and appreciate it. But yeah, ready to go.
All right. Yeah, I'm recording again, so you can go ahead and start.
Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed Price. Very knows options better than anybody that I can actually think of. Maybe one or two other people, but I can't remember them. So enough of that love fest. I think that when you've been around as long as Price and I, you realize the people who stick are the people who have been pretty consistent with results for their people. So I always love to follow Price. Uh, I'm going to go through. We've been having a lot of great results with the Loaded Gun Simple Trading Plan, and I wanted to show you why it works so well. What I did in the background when I put a Loaded Gun together about 5 years ago, and have actually tweaked it about 2 years ago when I fell in love with prop trading. So this presentation is really something that is 3 sheets of paper that I'm going to go through section by section to really show you why Loaded Gun works so well. And then I want to give you an offer that I'm sure that you've never seen anything quite like it before. And mainly because I believe that a trader needs support all the way through. In other words, you just can't give somebody videos and ask them to just perform. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses, and if which is why I always include one-on-one coaching with it, so that I can understand your strengths as well as your weaknesses and show you how to even better manage a trading plan that will work for you if you run it. So let's get started. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I'm going to again, it's a lot of text, so stick with me. But I also will comment in between with some of the things that I've noticed with some of our successful traders and so on, and why Loaded Gun has helped them, and maybe it can help you. I went to the University of Cincinnati with a math. I have math degrees, and I after being in the restaurant and nightclub business, I ran a very large option firm, one of the largest in the country. I had 63 brokers under me in the main office, and I was in charge of other branch offices. The thing I learned here, this is not an exact picture. It looks very much like it, though, although this is actually later. This looks like the late 80s or early 90s. I was in there in the 80s. We were doing everything by phone pretty much, calling in our orders to the floor and so on. But when I noticed that traders with simple trading plans, really cut down on hesitations. And when you do that, it cuts down on chasing trades and revenge trading and so on. So whenever anybody wasn't performing well for their clients, they'd be in my office, and almost to the person, I would be taking my red pen and helping them to improve their trading plan by simplifying it. And the truth is that the experience that I had here really prompted me to write several books on creating trading plans. I worked for Payne Weber after the option firm. I was a commodity trading advisor for them, managing large accounts and receiving 20% of what I earned, which was some very good years. But when I think about 20%, of course, it was a larger number than you're probably going to trade with prop trading. But when you can be offered 90%, it becomes a very exciting thing. And so I've had some good years with prop trading too, and I'd like to share that with you and the success based on the Loaded Gun trading system. This book is on Amazon right now. It's one of the newer books that I wrote until the last one that was just released. This one is about writing trading plans. I've had books written about me as far as an inspirational guy that somebody took some of my videos and did that for me. I appreciate that. I've written countless papers. I started the Discipline Trader in 2000 to help traders with the mental and emotional piece. And you're going to find that when you talk to me one-on-one, we're going to talk about the mental and emotional weaknesses and strengths right up front, so that I can understand how you have managed or mismanaged a past trading plan, so I can fit you into Loaded Gun, the simple trading plan. about 2 years ago, well, actually about 7 or 8 years ago, I realized that people needed trading plans. And yes, we were the only ones really helping people with the mental and emotional, and still are. We needed to get some good trading plans in people's hands. So I started Their Money, Your Profit, and wrote Loaded Gun, which could be one of the best trading plans I've ever written. And I think, and you can only tell that by the way it produces. So Their Money, Your Profit is a new logo and a new site that we'll be working with to really encompass all of the things that we're doing. They're all now resident in the Disciplined Trader. Here's a book that was just pre-released. It's only been released. It's up. You can actually buy this book. It's called Their Money, Your Profit. It's great, especially for beginners or those traders that are struggling with it. I think I've only priced it at $13, and you can get a version of that. I think for $5 for the audio. But it's not released. I thought, since this is not a huge crowd, I thought that I'd let you know it's there if you want to grab it, and of course leave a fabulous review if that's what you think. But wanted to make sure now. But this is the first in a series. I'm working on several more specific concepts. This is a general concepts and general approaches. I'm working on specific concepts for prop traders in successive books, and that's what brings me to wanting to make this presentation to you. This document that I'm going to show you pretty much is because I need even more case studies for the new books coming out. There should be. I'm trying to release one every quarter next year, and I need some testimonials for how Loaded Gun works, so that I can include them with your permission in the testimonials. That's why I've made this deal for you the way I've made it. So if I give you a terrific deal and I think you're really going to like it, my only request is that you respond to me with a case study. Okay. All right. Well, let's just a few quick testimonials in case you haven't heard about Loaded Gun. I'm sure you have, but here's Mike, who said, I passed an Apex $100,000 eval in 4 days trading Loaded Gun. Most scalping, but a few runners brought it home. Still have a few trading days to finish, but I made $6,000 in 4 days. He's continuing to trade and continues to think it's a great trading plan. Sandra was a part-time trader and a good one before I met her. She said she's making progress now with the new system. Really credit my guidance and the voices in her head. I now have 3 funded accounts with Apex. Request my first small payout from 2 of those accounts already. And of course, she's continued on there. And Ken, who I just spoke to recently, he said, share with your wife. He's worked with my wife on the mental stuff also, that since funding my $50,000 account on Thursday, he's had 5 more days later. And he's also funded 10 accounts by the time he wrote this, with a $21,000 profit in real money. So it can happen. You just have to have the right trading plan and the right control. So if you're here with me today reading this, it's because you want to create a consistent income stream with prop trading, but so far you've been experiencing disappointment and frustration. I'm going just to go to the chat very quickly and just ask if how money is really made. I don't understand what you're asking there, but are you getting the feel that this is going to be different? Just give me a couple of that you're here listening to me on the chat, and we'll get going. I'm always accused of not communicating on the chat enough. So are we ready to move forward? Because this is going to be very, very interesting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, great. All right, here we go. Our goal, the promise that I have for you, is that our goal is to hand you a trading plan that is simple to understand, easy to execute, and will quickly result in the consistent income through prop trading that you're looking for. Now, that means you're going to do without the constant fear of busting out your account in the funded phase, only to start over again in the evaluation stage. It means that you'll do without having to pay endless resets, monthly account fees, which really add up. And you're going to do without buying trading plan after trading plan, only to fail because they're not built with the characteristics needed to address the unique roadblocks that are built into prop trading. and you'll go without watching day after day, week after week, the month and month after month being spent only to result in sideways or money out of your pocket or no further along than when you started. So this is my promise to you. And you're going to understand right now that over the next 30, 60, or 90 days, which depends on your trading experience, together, we're going to roll out the following key steps to ensure your long-term trading profitability, likely in this order. First, the core plan. Refined over the last 5 years. Remember, I mentioned I built it 5 years ago and then refined it 2.5 years ago for prop trading. The core of the loaded gun simple trading plan is so simple that all of the entry and exit rules fit on one sheet of paper, double spaced. There is beauty in simplicity, as I've mentioned. It prevents complication, misinterpretations. Simplicity results in crystal clear direction and decision making. It allows you not to get in your own way, which means income flow by intention. That really is where we want to head. I wanted to show you just a quick chart. This is really the only chart you're going to see, but this is the chart we work from. This is today's, this is the daily chart from today's S&P. But you can see where, is it the daily or is it the 5 minute? Yeah, it is the daily. You can see where we only use 2 proprietary moving averages, and we actually go by the candle formations and their positioning next to each other, and so on. That's all we're doing. You're looking at all the information we have before we make a trade. The bottom area, the RSI, we use not for getting into a trade or getting out of a trade, but to help us with our position sizing, which is something I really want to emphasize with you and stress with you as a client. But I did want to show you the simplicity of what we're doing. The second thing, after the actual trading plan, I'll be giving you nuances. Now, early in my career, for almost a decade, my specialty was building responsible trading plans for professional traders. I created the notion of nuances in order to have the trading plan custom tailor itself to the individual trader. This is critical because every trader is different, which is why many trading plans never fit the purchasing trader, leading to continued frustration and losses. Loaded gun, on the other hand, is going to fit you like a glove. Trading is actually, and when that happens, trading becomes enjoyable. There is no resistance. I mean, this is why you can, a friend is making a lot of money, he gives you his trading plan, or you buy another trading plan online, and you do it yourself, and somehow it's not giving you the same results. It's not a fit. Every trader is different. These nuances will help to match you as a trader. There's 7 basic ones that we use, and we'll get into that more when we have our one-on-one so that it can fit you into the system. Okay. The third thing that in this plan is the ultimate one-on-one, unlimited and ultimate one-on-one coaching. I don't know of any long-term successful trader who didn't have a mentor to guide them when they were getting started, even if they're getting started with a new plan. I've coached hundreds, if not 1,000 or more, I'm sure, traders in my career, and I'll be coaching you. I'll put my decades of experience into action specifically for you so that winning is going to be your expectation. And I talk a lot about a winning expectation, which is why the trading room that we've just had that's really accelerating our popularity in our trading room, and it's only for loaded gun traders. It's a loaded gun simple trading room. And what I always emphasize is the idea of mentoring and how experience and the winning experience and losing experiences will both cause habits. If you're struggling, you've got a habit of struggle. If you've been losing, you have a losing habit. I know this sounds a little weird to some, but losing is a habit. And when you're in a trading room, for instance, like our trading room that wins consistently as it has been since its inception 4 months ago. Last month was a little over $3,000 in a $50,000 account. So when you see winning traders doing winning, and you follow those trades and you take those trades, even seeing them opens you up to what it's like to win. And just seeing it happen and experiencing for yourself can turn a losing expectation to that winning habit that you need. You need to expect to win. It's very important because great traders will have losses, but they will not let them bother them. They will continue to trade on the system, knowing that in the long term. That's what successful traders do, and you got to be able to do that, because I think that if you look back at where you made bonehead moves, it was after a loss or after a big game, some kind of a euphoric or depressing situation, something in the extreme mental and emotional area, and you either went too aggressive, or you went too careful, or you were starting to hesitate for fear of losing. All these bad things happen when you have a losing habit. Okay, and nobody's may have framed it for you, but this is reality. But turning it around is not only doable, but exceptionally doable with the tools that we give you. So unlimited one-on-one coaching. I want to find out who you are and how you act. Okay, you're going to be part of the tribe. Okay, tap into other loaded gun traders who have more experience than you with the trading plan. You can be as private as you want or as engaged as you want. We all have our little boxes all the time, knowing that there are traders who are in the same winning path to consult with. Okay, we meet every last Wednesday of the month, so you can ask questions and we share experiences. Okay, you'll also have access to the Loaded Gun Trading Room, where former independent floor trader and CBOT member Dan DeMaria and his son Matthew is going to trade the process live. That's really where a lot of the magic happens. So I want you to understand the system. I want you to meet with me so that I understand that you understand the simple trading plan. Listen, it's simple, but you need to marry it. You need to run it properly, and you need to make sure that the emotions that you want to unwind are getting unwound as you're trading it through those nuances that I talk about. So you're going to have that meeting every last Wednesday. We all have our little boxes and we all get together. There's usually about 30 or 40, 50 people at the meeting, and we're constantly, new people may ask questions. Sometimes I just seem to be lecturing on some things that I'm working on and some ideas that you may want to employ in your trading. But generally, this is really where the rubber meets the road for a lot of new people. They enjoy the interaction and as well as being involved in the trading room. Okay, and we're doing this because of for a lifetime of success. Although the goal is to have you funded and receiving payouts from your prop trading firm in the first 30, 60, or 90 days. That's what we're trying to deliver here for you, depending on your trading experience. Your access to all of the Loaded Gun assets and bonuses you'll have forever. Okay, so after your success, after the hardline training that we'll do together for 30, 60, 90 days, depending on your experience, you're going to have all the tools that we've used to get you where you wanted to go. Okay, so together we're going to glide through these key systems so that you start experiencing money being wired into your bank account in a steady and consistent flow, starting within the 90 days and continuing into the future. I just had a call this morning right before I got on here from a trader who had a question for me. He actually called me on the phone. I'm sorry, he emailed me. I wanted to talk to him directly. I called him, and he said he had just gotten his first qualified account and just over the line. And I suggested that although it'll bring him closer to the red line a little bit, that he take out $500 because the first time you get paid, it really solidifies that this is all real. You say to yourself, if I just got paid in one account, I can get paid in 2 or 5 or 10 or 20. I just have to follow the same process and be patient. Okay, so it's happening. And it can happen for you. Okay, here's more of a breakdown in the phases that I want to work together with you in this case study process. Again, this is all about giving you this package, which I've only offered once before, the first time that when I was writing the first book. But now that I've got a series plan, I need more case studies. Okay, so in phase 1, you're going to quickly learn the basics of the Loaded Gun Simple Trading Plan. You're going to print it out. It prints out on one sheet of paper containing the simple rules. So you're going to have it in front of you in the beginning as you trade. It won't take you long to master the rules. It's simple, as the videos explaining everything are less than 90 minutes in total. Actually, the basic principles are in 90 minutes with all the sample charts. And the nuances are about 15 minutes long, and they're 10 to 15 minutes. So I want you to understand the little changes you can make. These nuances, incidentally, they're changes to match your personality, but they don't add any considerable risk to your trading, okay? In some cases, they may add 1 or 2 or 3 ticks, but that's it. It's more important to match who you are when you trade or take less of a position if you don't like even a small increase. But the idea is that you won't be able to follow a trading plan unless you're one with it and you believe in it totally. Okay, so again, the phase 1, it's all about learning the basics of the loaded gun simple trading plan. Okay, now remember that simple doesn't mean less value. Okay, in trading, simple tested rules mean having value, that they are logical and reliable. There's no apps here to load. There's no cloudy signals that I'm giving you. I'm going to give you clear, crystal clear, yellow brick road type signals and systems, okay? Some think our simple, reliable trading plan, think it's the key to the loaded gun overall success. I know I may be repeating myself here, but the necessary simplicity is because of helping the matching. Listen, the system has to work, and you'll see it work, but you have to be able to run it. And the simplicity gives you a lot less things to be distracted by. If you have 5 things you have to watch, and somehow the volume is not quite there, but everything else wraps up, you may not take the trade when you really should if the other indicators are strong. So, and some of these indicators overlap, so you're kind of watching the same thing twice. That the idea is simplicity, and I hope you're getting that from me. Okay, when you have triggers that are followed by a jump in price, I call them pops. It's easy to scalp. The scalping element helps you pad your equity to keep your distance from the blowout line. What I mean by that is when you're prop trading, there's a red line that you can't breach. And most firms like Apex hold open trade equity against you. And Top Step, if you have $1,000 open trade equity and you let it go back to break even, that $1,000 is going to be held against you and bring you closer to that red line by that amount. So one of the changes that I made in the loaded gun trading plan was to include scalping. I've never been a scalper myself. I've written plenty of trading plans for scalpers, professional scalpers, but I've never been one myself. I believe that being a scalper in prop trading makes life a whole lot easier. And if you have a trigger with a jump when you apply it, and I call them a pop, you can take that scalp very easily. And I'm not just talking about 2 or 3 ticks. I'm talking about a reasonable chunk, $200, $150, $200, a reasonable chunk. And what I like to suggest to traders, what I always suggest to our traders, is to always take multiple contracts when you take a trade. The first one of the contracts are half of what you take scalp, half of what you take a runner. Because listen, I don't know of a trader either that doesn't like to see something really run. And I think the need for that, or the want for that, can kind of have you hold on to trades too long when you should be taking profit. This combination of taking the low-hanging fruit and then allowing the other one with you in a more relaxed stage, knowing that you've put some of the bank, allowing you to increase that situation for yourself and get your head on straight and be able to see that thing run without short guessing it, because you only have one motion that you made. You put on one position and it's all or nothing. I'd rather see you take a chunk and let the other one ride in a relaxed way. And it's the runner contracts that can really bring home the bacon. Others say it's the simple, unique exit strategy that has them working without stress. We also have a simple exit strategy. Having both a great set of triggers and an easy exit strategy means corralling more profit. It really is that simple. Okay, I hope Yes, I know I'm repeating myself in a number of ways, but I think it's important to do that. Okay. In phase two, you and I are going to get together and I'm going to learn about your past trading experience, what worked for you and what didn't. And armed with that knowledge, I'll point you to a nuance or two that'll custom fit you to the trading plan. And this may sound strange to you, but these nuances are what put me on the map as a trading plan creator. I've written books on building and running trading plans, as I've shown you, and multiple industry papers. I'm still writing them. I've got one due at the end of this week. The nuances will be your glue. You'll adhere to your simple trading plan because it is a reflection of you. Okay. I see one thing quickly in the chat. I'll say, Norman, can you show today's live signals, please? No, I can't do that because I appreciate that. But again, it's such a simple trading plan that I did show you a chart of what it looks like. But really, I'm just honoring those people who have made the investment and are working with me. So let's continue. So in phase one, you'll learn the plan. Phase two, we're going to work together to make sure you have you adhere to the simple trading plan. Okay, and I'll give you those nuances that mean something to you. Okay, in phase three, it's all about me making sure you have the rules of the plan down pat. So for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, as long as it takes you to get comfortable, you're going to have as many one-on-one Zoom meetings with me. Now, normally it's only one or two or three meetings, one or two, sometimes three. There have been people that want more, and that's okay. But I just don't want you to think that we have to meet all the time. I just want to make sure that you're doing it right. We can meet as often as you like. It's really up to you. I'll answer your questions and I'll advise you how to travel as quickly as you can to profitability. You're going to be accountable, but in a friendly way. I won't pressure you. I'll suggest, okay? I'm a people person. You won't feel a thing. Some people say I'm too humorous, but I try to keep that down. I'll infuse you with the winning attitude again that every trader needs. Without that winning expectation, it's not going to happen for you. So for 90 days, you're going to have that as many one-on-one meetings as you want. Now, the 90 days, incidentally, starts when we first meet. So you can go ahead and take on my offer. I think you're going to want to take it. And then when you do, go through the material, get an idea of a good idea of what's going on, maybe make that Wednesday meeting if it's the end of the month, and then meet with me. That first meeting is the 90-day the 90-day clock starts, not when you purchase today. Okay, so I'll suggest that some changes and whatever, and I'll praise you also. I do a lot of praising because I read a lot of people that have really the talent to do it, but they're getting in their own way. So I try to help when I can. And in phase four, I recognize that trading can be a lonely business. It's just you and the computer and the data flow coming at you. Now, for some people, that's heaven. For others, it would be nice to be able to interface with others who are walking the loaded gun path. So every last Wednesday of the month, we're going to all meet in our little Zoom boxes and we share experiences. There are hardcore professional traders, and there's some that I've written plans for in the past. They're in the room. They appreciate loaded gun the most. I find the professional, especially floor traders, as where I was probably influenced because that was my first load of plans I had to write for floor traders, as well as those traders just starting out. Some listen and learn. Some are wallflowers in this meeting with our little boxes. Some blurt out gold nuggets. Some ask early trader questions. It doesn't really matter. You're going to see us all helping. Okay, I control the flow, and we all learn. It's kind of like a loaded gun party. So remember that this is there for you in any fashion you want to attend every last Wednesday. But there's a lot more as far as keeping you going. Don't forget the loaded gun trading room. Now, after you've learned the basics of the plan, you've met with me so that I know you have the trading plan, Pat. I'd like then for you to go and get your free month in the loaded gun trading room. Okay, I'm going to give you a free month, but I want you to kind of understand things before. Do a little trial and error, some back testing maybe yourself, and then. But some people that's a week. Some people it's a few days. They really dive into it. Some people it's a month. Whatever it is for you. Once you believe you have it down, and you want to really see it operate on a flowing basis, that's when I'll have you sign up for the trading room. You'll have a free month, and then after that, it's $99 a month. So, but I want you to have that free month in order to get it down. Some love trading rooms. I've never been a trading room guy myself, but I found Matt and Dan. That Matt and Dan run the system. They run the system for you right there. You can trade along with them, or you can just observe. It's all up to you. Dan is a former, he's a former floor trader, CBOT floor trader, and he's a member of the Chicago board. And his son, who I call him the kid. He's his early 40s. I think he's made more money than Dan and I make. He's just very, very good at the trading. Of course, he's not running a business like we are. In any event, just remember that you have total support here. You've got your one-on-ones with me. You've got the little boxes there once a month we do, and then you'll have access to the trading room for a month where we can actually see it happening and copy along if you want. You understand that you'll be guided all along the way, from opening your next prop trading account to requesting the payouts straight into your bank account. You also understand that there won't be any confusion on when to take a trade or when to pass on one. There's an old expression: I'd rather be out of a trade wishing I was in than in a trade wishing I was out. You're going to be choosing your trades wisely. So patience is going to be a thing. It's always a thing. But one of the nuances that I offer, it approaches the area of lack of discipline, where and I have several tips for those that are challenged as far as listen, we're there, we want to trade. When you wait 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour, and there's no trades popping up, you start to get anxious. You start bending the rules. That's why there's some certain things that you can do to uncover more signals for yourself, valid signals by the plan that I can show you. So you're going to be choosing your trades wisely. Okay. So here is, let me ask you before I show you what we do and what you get. Are there any questions to this point? Norman, can you show today's, please show something? I'll show you a little bit of something. Okay, I guess from reputation, but what we do and what you get. I will show you a little bit of something, okay? In the first 30, 60, or 90 days, depending on your trading experience, this is what we do. You'll pass the qualifying phase and get funded for at least $50,000 prop trading account, and you'll receive your first profit distribution directly into your bank account. Experienced traders will likely not need 90 days to receive their first deposit. A total newbie may take an extra month, okay? You get unlimited one-on-one Zoom meetings with me so that you're totally clear on the rules of the loaded gun simple trading plan. We'll go through the charts together, and whatever you need to get your simple trading plan down pat, we'll make it happen, okay? And you'll be invited to attend our monthly Zoom meetings where we share experiences and field any questions on the open forum. We have our little Zoom boxes. If you can't make it, you'll have access to years of these recorded meetings, and these get-togethers are also, you can buddy up with people. That happens all the time, where you get a trading buddy, and you may be able to find that trading partner. And as soon as you're ready, we'll get you that free month. Just ask me, and we'll start your free month in the Loaded Gun Trading Room, where you can experience what it's like, okay, to win. And again, you're good for life in this. All of the videos and replays, etc., you're going to have to access to the material. If you want to continue in the trading room, that's going to be a small fee of $99 a month as you move along, okay? And it's only for loaded gun recipients, okay, loaded gun owners. And so what is your investment here? I'll give you the investment here, and then I'll show you a little bit about, I see somebody keeps asking me about that. I don't like to give away too much because it is a simple trading plan. I won't be real specific, but I'll show you a little bit. Again, I want to show you the prospects of the concepts. That's more important than just saying this thing wins if you buy it here. You know, that to me is nonsense. You've probably heard a lot of that. Okay. I've created a never before seen investment game plan that is only possible because of our success that other traders are experiencing with their loaded gun trading plan. Okay. At least I've never seen this arrangement like this before. Okay. Your investment in the loaded gun trading plan is going to be $24.97. But hang on, I don't want it all up front. All I'm asking for is $985 up front. And I'd like you to pay the remaining $1,512 from the profits you generate. Okay. I've never seen that. And I'm going to give you something else here, another way to make it easy for you. Okay. You'll be giving the remaining amount on the honor system. I'm never going to, I don't have time. I don't ask for it. I'm never going to mention it. My experience is that you want to pay the remaining balance. And because of my experience with the last time I offered this, I'm offering it again here. This is, I can only take about 4 or 5 traders for this. I'm only offering it here at the Friendsgiving. So please, if you're into this, respond to me quickly, okay? I want to make this ridiculously easy for you to get started. All I'm going to ask for as a commitment is $197 now, and then payments of $197 every week for 4 weeks. Now, if you add that all up, you're going to get to $985. But I want to get you started, okay? And that's going to complete your installments, okay? So it's the $985, but you're going to do it weekly. I want to get you in, and I want to get you started, okay? You'll pay the remaining investment, again, at your pace from your profits, okay? So here's my love it or leave it section. If you demonstrate to me that you followed the rules and you're not funded and have not received your first payout distribution in 90 days, you'll be entitled to a full refund upon request. But you got to show me that you follow the rules, okay? If you just don't like what you're experiencing, you start and somehow you don't think it's for you, you'll have been exposed to all the material. You can leave at any time and you'll make no further payments. I won't give you back what you've paid, but you'll make no further payments, okay? And if you do leave, understand that you can't rejoin for 12 months. I've just found that people who leave and come back somehow down the line leave again. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't happen with all people, but enough for me to make this last sentence, okay? So if you demonstrate to me that you followed the rules, just show me a week of trading that you did, and it didn't make you money, any specific week. That's how good this plan is. I will, you're open for a refund, okay? So here's another benefit I didn't want to not mention. It's a discount for mental and emotional support. If you've been trading for any length of time, you know that trading is a mental endeavor. Many struggling traders just get in their own way mentally and emotionally, which causes them to veer from their trading plan. These issues come in many forms: revenge trading, over trading, hesitation to pull the trigger, fear of losing. You know what it is. We are, in fact, also trading discipline experts. That's the name, well, the loaded gun, but the company's name is actually Subconscious Trading Corporation. So we're as loaded gun owner, you'll be offered deep discounts on our do-it-yourself trading behavioral courses, as well as one-on-one access to Tisha, our subconscious training expert, who is known worldwide for turning trader weaknesses into strengths, okay, and strengthening the strengths, or at least neutralizing the weaknesses so it doesn't affect your trading. We won't let emotions stop you. Just want you to know that, you know, if you know us, you probably know us from our first 15 years of life, where we were just exclusively helping traders with the mental part. But then I got into my old shoe with as I mentioned to you, because traders needed a decent plan. And then when I saw prop trading, I said, this is the best thing that's ever happened to the retail trader. So I zoomed in and tweaked the loaded gun trading plan to fit. Okay, so again, to get started, $197 now, and then payments of $197 every week for 4 weeks, and this will complete your investment. You'll pay the remaining investment at your pace from your profit, the $1,500, okay? So Don't send me any money now. Don't sign up right now. What I want you to do is just to write me. Okay, write me at, I'm going to leave the screen up for 2 minutes and I'm going to go back to that chart for the person who wanted me to give you a little bit of insight. Okay, you want to write me, I'll get this email today. This email, although it doesn't usually comes directly, will come directly to me today. Write me at admin@thedisciplinedtrader.com. Take your time with the URL. That's an ED trader there, thedisciplinedtrader.com, and let me know that you want to be part of the case study where I'm offering this $197 type payment thing and the reduced pricing and the pay with profit. Okay, it's a combination of a lot of offers that I've made, but I've never put all the good stuff like this in one offer, except for one other time last year when I was writing the first book. Okay, so write me at this and just put it in the subject line, put it in the body, send me the page on the case study program. Okay, and I'll get that to you, and we'll get you enrolled. And within hours, you'll have complete access to the training materials. It happens quickly. Okay, you won't have to wait till tomorrow for it. So this is the process that I'd like you to follow. Okay, and if you're in the United States, I can't do this for everybody, but I wanted to give kind of a special incentive, even on top of everything that I've shown you here. This is a leather-bound, the Disciplined Trader. What do they call it? Diary, not diary, but journal. It's a leather-bound journal, and it's gold leaf. The pages are gold leaf. It's a beautiful. We sell this for $129. I want to give it to you if you live anywhere in the United States. I'll try anywhere. Anywhere you are in the world, I'll mail it to you. It's not a problem. It's as long as you have a mailbox somewhere. Why hold back? So that's if you answer me and you decide to do it. So this is my my offer to you. Again, you know the offer. It's $197 now, and then payments of $197 every week for 4 weeks. Okay, write me here. All right. I think I've spent enough time on this page. I'm going to go to the other to the only chart I have here for you to look at, and I think what I'll do here is go here and go to the chart I have right here and blow it up. Okay. This is the S&P. Looks like a daily chart. We don't trade off the daily chart, but I can what I want to show you, I've already teased you with the fact that although we look at RSIs, you see this descending descending RSI. Even though this is a higher high here, we have a descending RSI. This is an area that we have to watch out for a short trade, but it's not a reason to do it. If this trade did follow through, I would have some comments on position sizing, but we only use this for position sizing. I think that, and again, I can't get very specific with you here. Let's see who asked that question. Norman, email at admin. Yes, thank you. No, I don't do puts and calls. We have many traders that trade loaded gun for options and use put and calls. This is not, I'm trading the futures market here when I'm showing you this. Okay, we don't do put and calls. So let me show you for the individual who is making overtures on me not showing you enough. Again, I think that if you take the chance and see, you'll see exactly why I don't do that. Let's see, who was this? This is John. Okay, I want to talk to you about the relationship between, this is a shorter term. I won't tell you what they are. This is a shorter term moving average. This is a longer term moving average. And you can do this, what I'm about to describe to you, with any responsible moving averages. Okay. Now, when I say responsible, I mean, you have to have reasons for the particular moving averages you're doing, but the idea is that a shorter term moving average, when you take a long trade, you want the shorter term moving average to be above the longer term moving average. Okay, that is a big edge in trading. What you're doing is adding up your edges. And when you have enough edges, that means the trade is most likely to go in your favor, and you take it with a responsible stop loss amount. Okay, and I have a lot to tell you about putting in how to put in your stops and not marrying that stop and shoring it up along the way. But I just wanted to give you more of the way I think and the way I want to instill in you. Um, here's a place where we would be getting in. We actually would be waiting for this to close, and we'd be going higher, looking to go higher, and it did go higher. But let me complete my my thought about moving averages. If you're new at this and you're having a bad day, you made a couple of losses, and you really want to zoom in on making sure all of the big edges are in your favor. You don't want to take a long trade unless the short-term moving average is above the long-term moving average. Now, some people, they'll use the 20 and the 50. Okay, I understand that. There are others that use Fibonacci numbers for either one. But the idea is that you want a responsible short-term and long-term moving average so that you can follow it along the way. The shorter term moving average, the shorter term moving average that you use, the more you make it shaken out into things. So it's got to be a good medium and something that fits you and the way you trade. So I won't take a long trade unless the short term moving average is above the long term. Now, here is a situation where this would normally be a signal I would like to take, but I don't take it because the long-term moving average is below. I want that short-term moving average on the short trade to be below, and it's not. Yeah, we move through it, but that's not what I want. I want the actually averages to be below. So again, that's one guidance that I give. The other thing that I may be able to share with you without giving away too much and making my people angry at me is I watch for compression in the moving averages that I've chosen. Okay, when you see a compression like this, especially between the two moving averages, get ready. It's like was it Smokey? Get ready, because here I come. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Get ready, because something is about to happen, and if it's something that breaks out in a northerly fashion, get ready. That's the most likely situation. So when you have a squeeze, I call it the squeeze, and then you have a signal, then you can really go for that. And I won't tell you where this signal came from right now, but the arrow shows you where we get in, and you can see now. I also show you some ways that you can help yourself to predict how long, how high a movement will happen. When you see an accumulation like this, it could be anywhere, it could be in the squeeze or anywhere. But when you see an accumulation like this that breaks out, you can take this horizontal distance from the accumulation and make it vertical. So you'd be right around here, which would be a pretty good estimation of where this market could go if it broke out. So, okay, I'm going to get off this. I think I've. Is there any? I don't want to. Again, I think I've given you as much as I can. I haven't explained. We've got two basic triggers that we use. I haven't really shown you what they are, but know that we have them. And I just wanted to make sure that you understood that what I've developed here is something that came through a considerable thought. Okay. And so that's really important for you to know that I've done this a lot, and I'd like to do it for you too. So again, all the phases you've seen where you learn the system, we meet together to make sure you have the system. Then you spend some time in the trading room to apply the system the way the way I'd like you to do it is just email me at the discipline trader at admin at the disciplinetrader.com, and There it is. admin@thedisciplinetrader.com. Let me know that you're into the case study, and I will send you what you need to get started. Again, there's a limit of about 4 or 5 people I can take. And if there's a 6th or 7th, I'll let you know. And when I respond to the email, I'll let you know that we need to do it at the turn of the year. If I'm still running it then. All right, the chat. I see you've got it again. All right, well, that is the conclusion really of my presentation. I'd love to help you, and as I've helped many others, as you can see. I haven't really lingered on process and technique. That I can show you. What I try to impress you here is that I give a shit and that I care about your making this happen. And to do that, I've just never seen anybody that does it without some sort of mentorship. And Dan, incidentally, is a guy, you'll be in the trading room when you're in that. Dan will also, sometimes he'll see somebody who he believes he can really help as a professional floor trader. He'll call you. So, I'm not alone in wanting to help members of our team along the way. Listen, we got what we want. We want you to get what you want, okay? And there's a way to do it. You just have to follow the same yellow brick road that we and others have followed, okay? And this plan puts you in the road with accountability. Again, I want to, in fact, during the period of time, I want to see I want you to send me some of those charts. I want you to see what you're doing. If you have any questions, snap a chart picture and just send it to me. I want to see what that looks like. I want to know that all of your questions are answered, and all you have to do is execute. Once you understand the plan and you're having trouble executing, then I know it's a mental thing. We can work on the mental thing, okay? You need to be whole when you're a trader, okay? I think you've probably seen, if you've traded enough of the, I know you've had enough experience in just grabbing trading plans, feeling alone, feeling that you don't have support. As you see, we are all about support. And that's really, I believe, what's going to get you where you want to go. So if there's no other questions, I am going to turn it over a couple of minutes early to David. But I appreciate your being here. And whoever decides to do this, I am ready and waiting to help you.